Hi, my name's Lee Wilson. I'm the Chief Executive Officer of Outwood Academies Trust. And thank you for giving me your time today to talk to you about an interesting and exciting project that I hope you may be interested in joining in a partnership with me to really realise the dreams and ambitions of the children that we serve. Because this is a project that has come directly from them. And as I like to look at the CEO as the Chief Enabling Officer, I'm really wanting to enable a project that has been dreamt up by our children to come to life in the summer holidays of this academic year. We also see this, though, as starting an exciting movement for years to come, because this is a space that schools have not necessarily operated in before. And that's the challenge I face, is that this is a space that I'm not funded to operate within, but I think we can be a convening partner and do something really special this summer with like-minded organisations. Let me talk to you about the Out There programme. This is about empowering generations to really transform their communities, to take hold of making a positive difference and use their summer holidays for good. Let me tell you more about the organisation. We operate across the north of England. We have 42 schools, 13 are primary and 29 secondary schools. We serve some of the most deprived areas of the country and some really diverse communities. Across our schools, we have 31,000 children aged from 3 to 18 years old. 10,000 of those come from disadvantaged backgrounds, facing challenges that really do impact on the opportunities that they have. 17% of our students also have additional educational and special needs. And across our trust, 115 languages are spoken. That's 4,671 children who have English as a second language. And we see that as a real beautiful tapestry in the communities that we serve. We're a sponsor of schools that do find themselves in difficulty, and when schools are judged inadequate and special measures, we're a suitable sponsor to work with them to bring around high performance and better outcomes for children. At the time when we met the schools, 18 of them were in that case in special measures. And right now, there are no schools in special measures. And actually, there are 21,246 children who are now receiving a good or better education. And it's not just about the academic outcomes. We really believe in developing the holistic child. And, we get our children involved in projects such as the Duke of Edinburgh scheme, but also really implementing life skill programs within the school day as part of the curriculum, getting them to feel and understand what it's like to be an active citizen as part of a community. And it's this that really excites our children. This year, we are 15 years old as an organisation. And we asked our children what they wanted to do more of, where they thought this organisation should go, what the trust should be for them. It's their group of schools. And they told us they wanted to do more of this work. But what they really wanted was to do it off their own initiative and develop leadership skills, doing this in their communities, making a bigger difference. And so together, we came up with the programme that we're proposing to run this summer holidays, Out There. Out There really is born from our children's minds. They told us that community matters to them and they feel they can make a difference. Let's listen to some of those children.
I want to get involved in Out There because I think that we should make our local community a better place.
It's important to get out there so then I can grow up in a safe community.
I think it's important to get out there to change the views on younger people in a positive way.
It's important for us to get out there to bring communities together.
I want to get out there because I like learning new skills.
I would like to get involved in this Out There project because I would know if I help people in my community, I would go away as a person and think I've done something good.
It means to me just to make this community a bit brighter than it was ever before.
It's important to bring communities together so everyone feels included.
It is important to make our community a better place so that we can have a safer atmosphere around and everyone can enjoy themselves.
It's a good opportunity to meet people in your community and you can build new friendships with people. Young people are good and not all young people are bad people. It doesn't matter where you've come from or the differences of where you've been brought up in.
It's about bringing diversity and generations, so then you can bring them together and be like one community instead of separate ones.
It'll make me feel like I've achieved something and I'm not like useless in the community.
You'll become more independent as a person, and it would build stronger teamwork.
The responsibility of becoming more grown up in life, so not depending on your mum or dad to do things for you, but you putting yourself out there. Young people can learn softer skills, things like confidence and oracy abilities, to talk in front of people, which will help with, say, them getting a job and in meetings.
The skills that I will learn is how to work in a team.
Some social skills, how to interact with other people and becoming more independent as well. So that in the future, you won't be under pressure to learn these things when you're older, and employers will look for that.
Communication, talking with other people, and having time management as well.
One of the ideas I have got to get out there is that visit care homes and make elderly people feel like people love them. You could like play board games with them and just spend time with them.
Help us to get out there!
Last summer, our headlines across the country were filled with headlines that actually nobody wants to go back to. And our children saw false narratives, they saw antisocial behaviour, and they saw behaviour that we would never want them to emulate on their own streets. And when we look at that, and we look at some of the headlines that we saw last year, we saw that children did take part in some of the activities that were seen across the country. You can see that actually this was quite prevalent in our areas that we serve as the north of England. And when we look at the headline from The Guardian, why did children take part? Well, it was because they simply wanted to belong to something. So we want to give them something that they can belong to this summer holiday, something really positive, and actually something that's come from their own request. Let's keep the same headline, but let's let them belong to something that's about making positive change. Let's get them out there and let's get them being part of something that really does make a difference. I want you to imagine 20,000 children, teams of students, really guided by dedicated mentors, tackling real world problems in their own neighbourhoods. These problems could come from a range of different challenges, and we're proposing 6 fields of work for this summer holiday. Our children, 20,000 of them, would get together in teams of 4, and they would establish a project that would sit within one of these areas. They could take a project that would be about building relationships within their community, or maybe becoming a sustainability superstar, or looking at community well-being. It might be that they want to focus on building a more inclusive community, or maybe it's about making their community safer. Or if it's a project that they've got their own idea for, they could just go out there and they could innovate. This would be about them mobilising that project, planning it before the summer holidays, carrying out their own risk assessment, managing their own risk, working with an adult ambassador to really mobilise that over their break. And they would develop more than just going out and making a difference. They would develop leadership skills, confidence, resilience, teamwork, and problem solving. This would be about, as I said, 20,000 students running 5,000 community action projects across 14 local authorities within the north of England. And our proposal would be that every single one of them would be recognised for their work with certificates of participation. And then we would bring the best of those projects together to really celebrate and showcase the impact that they have had through a special event, a golden ticketed event, where we would also identify bronze, silver and gold winners of each of those 6 categories. And we would reward them with experiences, not with things, but with things that they will remember for years to come. Some children, these may be experiences that they wouldn't experience in their own normal walk of life. And this is where I need your help, because actually to do that, we need to fund this project. And as I said at the beginning, this isn't a space that actually the core schools grant funds. And so we are looking for like-minded organisations that want to work or could work with us in a partnership model to really mobilise this project and make it a reality for this summer. It might be that as an organisation you can donate some skills, or you might donate some financial sponsorship. It might be that you want to sponsor the t-shirts that we want our children to wear in the community, so that actually they are representing the organisation, they're representing the values of what this competition is about. It might be that you want to sponsor a strand of the prizes that fit with your corporate values. Maybe you're interested in the sustainability strand, or maybe you want to sponsor the top tier prize and be a key sponsor across the entire programme. Whatever it is, we'd love to hear from you if you think you'd like to be part of this movement that could mobilise this within our organisation this summer holiday. But who knows, because we feel this will attract significant media attention and flip the narrative from last year's negative headlines to more positive headlines this year, with children making positive community action, really bringing about change. So go on, help us to give them something to belong to. Help us to get them out there and be part of something that really makes a difference. Thanks for watching this, and I really look forward to hearing from you if you think you can help us.